day I declare you from all your sins. I will resettle your town, and our ruins
will be rebuilt. Yeah.
The desolated land will be cultivated instead of lying desolate, and the sight of all who pass through it, they will say, this land, that was desolate, was laid waste, have become like a garden of Eden, and the cities that were lying in ruins, desolated and destroyed, are now fertile and inhabited. Then the nation around you that remain will know that I, Yahweh, have rebuilt what was destroyed, and I have planted what replanted what was desolated. I, Yahweh, have spoken, and I do it.
Isn't that amazing? He's not just saying words here. He's shaken the earth, he's shaken the heavens, caused an enormous earthquake, rained hail down from the skies, destroyed the enemies of the people of God, turned around here, brought everybody back to his own holy mountain. He refers to it as his holy mountain. Brings everybody back to one place whilst he judges all of the nations. The people that he brought back and redeemed, they're all being saved. And we're not in some funny heaven here. We're on this earth.
But also is saying that there's going to be people still outside those nations going to view and is going to say, that's the city of Yahweh. Yeah. That's his people. That's Yahweh's people there, and they're going to try, and there's going to be confusion. There's going to be turmoil, because they say, well, what do those people have that I haven't got? And there's going to be all of that.
That's
to Yahweh is
the nations around you that remain. Those that have survived what he's done, they're going to see his people under the protection of his hand again, and they can't work it out.
Can you imagine that city, how that's going to be? It's going to be delightful. People are going to be attracted like a beam of light to it, and they're going to be in awe.
Well, as it says further or somewhere, we might have already written the people. It says here, people will go up to this place, this holy mountain, where all of his people are. People are going to go up there to say the law will go out from Jerusalem, and people will stream to this place. People, all nations will stream to this place. It also says, like the promise, or like he asked the people in the beginning, 3 times a year, all men, all people are to go before Yahweh, God the Creator. And one in particular is called, I think the Christians call it Feast of Tabernacles, Sukkot. Now it does say, I don't know if we've read it yet or we're going to get there, that those who refuse to go up to Yahweh on the Feast of Tabernacles, he's just going to pour the plagues on them, and he takes the rain away from them, so they won't be able to grow any crops. So
people with authority that want power, they better be careful, don't they, in those times.
They've got no power against us.
Yeah, but the thing is that the same trickery will try and prevail again.
I know.
And the thing is that people have to be, it's the word, it's the word that's telling us, it's not
us. Well,
us.
it's the same trickery as the king of Egypt.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, so the thing is that people need to be aware that a lot of the time the truth goes hand in hand, and eventually it just detours.
Yeah.
So sometimes you will get told 99% or 95%, and the 1% or the 5% will be false. So you must know how to depict that from when you are told. And the only way you know is by us having faith and the biblical aspect to be our foundation.
It's a bit of a sad story, though, that all of the nations are going to be destroyed. They come before judgment of Yahweh, and it's a sad story, though, if Jerusalem is razed to ashes, or those cities, because it keeps on saying that the cities will be rebuilt under his hand. I'll read this. It says, "This is what sovereign Yahweh says. Once again I will yield the plea of the house of Israel, and do this for them. I will make their people as numerous as sheep, as numerous as the flocks for offering at Jerusalem during her appointed feast. So will the ruined cities be filled with many, many people again."
Flocks of people.
Yeah. And then they will know that I am Yahweh. He keeps on saying, you're all going to realize who I am when this day happens.
Like it or not. You know, you're going to do, and I think always God is not going to destroy you. He wants you to make your allegiance.
Yeah.
And he's gonna, now, we're on a planet of choice. So he does not forces anyone to do anything, because if God would want to force, he could get our wooden stick and start smacking each one of us.
But there's another point that comes out. When I went to the Christian churches, they teach that when people died, they went to heaven. Right. But then I read the book and I said, well, why do you teach that when the good book doesn't say that at all? If it does mean that, why is there Jesus coming in the cloud to take them back home again, when if they're dead and aren't they already there? So what are you doing coming back to pick them up and take them back up there when they're already there?
But no one questions it.
I know one questions it, I know.
It's just
because
like
that's a pagan teaching.
Correct, but also when they're taking the supper, the Holy Supper, for instance, some of the churches will have yeast bread. I mean, that's on the contrary, because if we say that, or so-called Jesus was undefiled, it should be no yeast, because but what I'm saying is that people need to question it. People to say, well, what is this saying? What is the scriptures really saying? Let's go back to it.
But don't forget, we haven't put in this session that the New Testament is not proven, and the New Testament was added to the Old. And don't forget, this Bible was going for a few thousand years before the New Testament.
Correct.
So let's do that on another.
But people need to go back. So whatever we're saying, you do your research.
That's going to be too hard for them.
But it's not hard if you got the intent and the desire. Because you will be shown. There will be
in other words, what you're saying to people, try and put aside what you've been taught and start again, and just have a prayer to Yahweh and go to the book.
That's it. And let the book talk, and to impress our mind and spirit.
Well, that's what we've done. Just let the book do the talking.
Yeah.
Because what it says here in that next verse, or the last part of that verse, so will. No, have we read that? No, we haven't read that.
I haven't? Okay.
So will the ruined cities be filled with flocks of more people, and they will know that I am Yahweh. Have I read that?
Ezekiel 37?
No, 37, because we've got a
1.
false misinformation about a resurrection. There is a resurrection, but let's look at what it just says. And we're in Ezekiel 37. The hand of Yahweh was upon me, the prophet, and he brought me out by the Spirit of Yahweh and set me in the valley, in the middle of the valley. It was full of bones, and he led me back and forth amongst them. And I saw a great many of the bones on the floor of the valley, the bones that were there very dry. And Yahweh said to the prophet, Son of man, can these bones live? I said, O sovereign Yahweh, you alone know that. Then he said to me, prophesy to these bones and say to them, dry bones, hear the word of Yahweh. This is what the sovereign Yahweh says to these bones. I will make breath enter you, and you will come to life again. I will attach tendons to you and make flesh come upon you and cover you with skin. I will put breath in you, and you will come to life again. Then you will know that I am Yahweh. So the prophet says, so I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I was prophesying, there was a noise, a rattling sound, and the bones came together, bone by bone, bone to bone. I looked, and tendons and flesh appeared on them, and the skin covered them, but there was no breath in them. Then he said to me, prophesy to the breath, prophesy, son of man, and say to it, this is what sovereign Yahweh says, come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe into these slain people, that they may live again. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and breath entered them. They came to life, and they stood upon their feet. There was a vast army of people. Then he said to me, Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. They say, O bones are dried up, and our hope is gone. We are cut off. Therefore prophesy and say to them, this is what sovereign Yahweh says, O my people, I am going to open your graves, and I'm going to bring you up from them. I will bring you back to the land of Israel. Then you, my people, you will know that I am Yahweh when I open your graves and I bring you up from them. I will put my spirit in you, and you will live again, and I will settle you in your land. Then you will know that I, Yahweh, have spoken. I have done it. As you said, I will do it, declares Yahweh. Isn't that a wonderful promise? So there's what the good book says about the resurrection. This is exactly what he's going to do. What do you think of that?
Oh, no, I've always known that. I mean,